In this video, I want to do just a real quick demonstration about how you swap two elements in an array. And this will set us up nice for learning about some sorting algorithms. So I've got an array here, my nums array, and let's suppose I want to swap elements 2 and 5. So here's element 2, 3, 5. So I want to swap the 9 with the 7. A naive way to try this might be to say, well, let's just say nums 2 is equal to nums 5. And then the next line of code will say nums 5 equals nums 2. And nums. Okay. And so let's run this and see what happens. And maybe or hopefully a lot of you already see the output that we're going to get. So when I run this, right here is the result. And I ended up with a 7 here and a 7 here. And if you think about it, that makes sense, because when we did this line of code right here, the thing at position 5 get copied into position 2. And so at that point, right after this line happened, the status of the array was this. And then, so there was a 7 in both spots. So then when I copied the thing at position 2 into position 5, I just copied this position back into that slot again. And so this line didn't really do anything at all, right? So let's think about how we can change this. And so the problem we have is we need some kind of a temporary variable to remember what the thing at position 2 used to be before we overwrite it. So I'm going to make another variable, and I'm going to set it equal to the number at position 2. And so now I make this transfer of the thing at position 5 into position 2. The value at position 2 is not lost. We have it in temp. And so therefore, for my last line, I take that temp variable and then copy it into position 5. So really kind of what we're doing is like a circle between three things. So this 2 gets remembered, this 7 gets copied, or excuse me, this 9 gets remembered, the 7 gets copied into the 9 spot, and then that temporary memory spot gets copied back into the into the 7. All right, so let's just double check and make sure this works. And it does. I have successfully swapped the 7 and the 9. Now, up here, this little algorithm right here, and a lot of the sorting algorithms I'm going to demonstrate, this one it's used a lot, the swapping algorithm. So what I did is I made a little function here, and so my swap function takes an array, and then it takes two indices, so I and j, and what it does is it just swaps elements I and j in the array. And also, this method is void because when you pass an array in, remember, we're passing, we're not making a copy here. We're still working with the original array we pass in. So if I wanted to swap elements 2 and 5 with my method, I could just say swap. And let's see, out here my array is called nums and 2, 5. Just run it to double check. All right, and looks good. So hope that makes sense to you. And once you feel good about your understanding of this, then you're ready to go in and watch the videos on sorting. All right, let me know if you have questions.